To another major story this morning, NBC News is learning that New York City Mayor Eric Adams is expected to face federal criminal charges. That's according to two sources familiar with the matter. The exact charges remain sealed and are expected to be revealed later today. Comes amid a series of separate probes involving other members of the mayor's administration and campaign, which have led to a series of high-profile resignations. Adams, a Democrat, becomes the city's first sitting mayor to face federal charges. He denies any wrongdoing. NBC News law enforcement and intelligence correspondent Tom Winter joins us now. So we know right now this indictment remains sealed, but walk us through what we do know and remind us of just some of the law enforcement activity we've seen sort of swirling around the mayor and his aides recently.
Well, it's that law enforcement activity, Joe, that we've been watching that has kind of keyed us in on some of the potential avenues of this investigation. Some of it taking place just after Labor Day when there were phones that were taken from the deputy mayor of public safety. This is the person that oversees the NYPD and the fire department. His phone taken. The person who's in charge of schools, his brother, David Banks' phone taken. His wife, the first deputy to the mayor, Sheena Wright, her phone taken. So there's been a lot of ongoing investigations involving specifically City Hall. We also have a separate NYPD investigation, a number of phones taken there. Our lives are on the phones these days, so that's what federal prosecutors and the FBI have been looking for is what have these people been saying to each other? What have they been talking about? Who are they communicating with? And now the question is, what are the specific federal crimes? We don't know that yet, believed to be around a campaign finance issues or violations that may have occurred. Whether or not there's foreign money that's involved, that's going to be a big question and something we're going to be watching for today.
The mayor already speaking out about this sounds pretty defiant. What's he saying?
Well, the mayor is speaking out and saying, look, I told you that I was going to do things for this city. I was going to work hard for you. And as a result, I would have a target on my back. And now you can see that, in fact, I do have a target on my back and I'm expecting federal charges. I think the question here going forward, we've already seen it, a number of resignations from legal counsel to the head of schools, as I just mentioned. Are we going to see more defections? And we saw it with the police department, the police commissioner leaving after there was an investigation that was announced and launched there. So going forward, who else leaves city government at a time where there's a lot of serious issues facing the city?
Let's take a listen to the mayor's statement here.
I will fight these injustices with every ounce of my strength and my spirit. If I'm charged, I know I am innocent. I will request an immediate trials so the New Yorkers can hear the truth.
So how are Democrats already responding to this? Is there going to be pressure on him to resign?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, there was even before these charges were announced because of those departures. So you have members of Congress that have called for his resignation. You have other members now in New York City government that are perhaps not as well known to our audience across the country. But I think when you look at it, those calls are only going to grow from here. And New York's governor says, look, I'm aware of this conduct. And she just put a statement out in the last hour saying, I'm aware of the conduct, I'm aware of the allegations, but excuse me, because this is a law enforcement action, I'm not going to weigh in just yet. I think once these charges are announced, and depending upon the severity of them, later today we'll see a lot of folks speaking out.
All right, Tom Winter, we know you'll stay on it. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate it.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.